Hello everyone, my name's Jo. Welcome to Music for Autism workshop number 6. So today we're going to be learning all about dynamics. So we're going to be playing really loudly and really quietly and probably somewhere in between as well. So we're going to start off by saying hello. Can you shout hello to me? Or give me a big wave? Maybe you'd like to join in the song with some clapping or tapping or swaying. Maybe you'd like to sing or dance even. Shall we give it a go? It's time for us to say hello. So welcome everyone from Steve and Jo. It's time for us to sing and play. It's great to have you here today. This is workshop number 6. We're going to learn all about dynamics. So welcome to our video brought to you from Steve and Jo. Are you joining in there? Are you singing, waving, or shouting hello, or clapping, or tapping? Join in however you want to. Should we try that one more time? It's time for us to say hello. So welcome everyone from Steve and Jo. It's time for us to sing and play. It's great to have you here today. This is workshop number 6. We're going to learn all about dynamics. So welcome to our video brought to you from Steve and Jo. So I'm wondering if you might have some instruments that you could play for this session. So some of you might have a drum, maybe a little bit like this one. Maybe some of you have got a smaller drum, perhaps a bit like this. Maybe some of you have got a tambourine or some bells. Maybe some of you have got a shaker. So this is a little egg shaker. Can you see it's egg shaped? And it's actually got quite a soft sound, hasn't it? Quiet sound. So we're looking for instruments that have got loud sounds or quiet sounds, or perhaps your instrument can be played loudly or softly. So see what you've got. If you don't have any instruments, that's okay. Maybe you've got a cardboard box. Or maybe you have got a pan and a wooden spoon. I think the pans and wooden spoons are going to make a lot of noise, aren't they? What else? How about a plastic tub? Now this tub has got some rice in it, so I can use it as a shaker. Or I can hit it and play it as a drum as well. So see if you've got anything at all that you can use for this session. Loud sounds, soft sounds, somewhere in between. That would be fantastic. If you don't have any instruments or objects like cardboard boxes and pans, it's okay. We can use our hands. We can make quite a soft sound with our hands like this, can't we? We can use our legs. And a bit later on, there might also be opportunity to use some coloured scarves if you've got any of those around. So this is the drum that I'm going to play today. This is my djembe from West Africa, and some of you might have seen it before in the other videos. So, do you think my drum, it makes a loud sound or a soft sound? What do you think, loud or soft? Do you think it's loud? It's funny, isn't it? People mostly think that drums are going to be loud, but actually you can play them very quietly too. So have a listen to this. Can you hear it? It's very quiet, isn't it? Like a bit faster and a bit louder, and then die away again. So I can make very, very quiet sounds on my drum. What else could I do? I could do this. Swishing sound. Do you think that sounds a little bit like the wind outside? Do you want to try that? If you've got a drum in front of you, you could have a go. Or perhaps on a table. What else could I do? I could make another quiet sound like this, just using my fingers a bit more this time. Did that sound like a horse galloping? So I'm starting very quietly, and then as I get to the middle of the drum, I'm just getting a little bit louder, but not too much. So we can play very, very quietly on our drums. We can also play very loudly, can't we? Can you play very loudly on your drum or your pretend drum? And then very quietly. And can we get louder? So do you remember we've got different sounds on my drum, haven't we? We've got low sounds in the middle and we got high sounds at the edge. But we can play the low sounds quietly or loudly, and we can play the high sounds quietly or loudly. So I can play quietly here or here. And I can play loudly or here. Okay, so I'll tell you what, we'll start with a rhythm that we've done before, but this time we're going to play it loudly and quietly. In fact, I think we'll start with the quiet one. So do you remember this rhythm that we've done? Boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba. So if you've got a drum, you can play it on your drum. If you want to say it, you can just say it like I did just then. Boom, boom, ba. Boom, boom, ba. If you've got something else to play on, that's fantastic. So let's get this little beat going. So we're going to play it very quietly. How quietly can you play our rhythm? Almost so you can't be heard. It's dying away, getting quieter and quieter. Can you get louder now? Gradually, not too quickly. Can we gradually get louder? How loudly can you play this beat? I'll tell you what, can we count the beats as well? So if we're playing loudly, can we count loudly? And if we're playing quietly, can we count quietly? And if we're playing somewhere in the middle, yeah, we'll just follow what our hands are doing. So let's go quiet for a minute. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We'll get a bit louder. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Are you playing really loudly with me? 1, 2, 3. Sure, that gets a bit much after a while, doesn't it? Should we get quieter again? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Okay, this time, if you want to, instead of saying 3, can we shout bananas? In fact, we're only going to shout it if we're playing loudly. So if we're playing quietly, we're going to whisper. So we could do this. Bananas, 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 bananas. And if we get louder, get a bit louder with our voices as well. Bananas, 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 bananas. Can we get a bit quieter? Bananas, 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 Well done. How about clapping the third beat instead? So we're going to go drum, drum, and then clap. So we'll do the same kind of thing again. If we're playing loud on our drum, we're going to clap loudly. And if we're playing really quietly on our drum, we'll see if we can clap quietly. Shall we start? Where should we start? Should we start loud this time? Yeah? You ready? After 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. And maybe we can get a bit quieter. Give your hands a rub together. Well done. So if you've seen our previous videos, you might have already had a go at making some rain sounds and stormy sounds. But I thought we'd have another go today because thunderstorms tend to start quite quietly with the wind, and then they get louder and louder and louder with the thunder. And then when the thunder stops, they get a bit quieter. You still hear the rain. And then eventually they fade away. So there's a lot of loud sounds and quiet sounds in a thunderstorm. Okay, so we'll have another go at that today. So we're going to start off by rubbing our hands together to make that wind sound. If you want to use your voice, you can use your voice as well. Use the drum for the wind too. And then it gets a bit windier. And then the rain starts. And then what do you think is going to happen when it gets thundery? Now I'm wondering what instruments you might be playing other than drums, and I'm wondering also whether you can play them softly or loudly. So if you've got a shaker, I've got a little egg shaker here, if we play it gently, really gently, we get quite a quiet sound, don't we? But if we play a bit harder, a bit faster, we get a louder sound. Maybe if you've got a tambourine, we can try the same thing. So my tambourine, if I just shake really gently or tap gently, I get quite a quiet sound. But if I shake it really hard or hit really hard, I get quite a loud sound, don't I? Now how about my crocodile here? Just think, this is going to be quite loud or quiet? I think that's going to be loud. I think you're right, actually. So this is a type of castanet in the shape of a crocodile. And yeah, it's quite loud. If I'm a bit gentler with it, I might be able to get a softer sound. But actually, this one's quite difficult to play quietly. It's a lot easier to play loud. What about this? So if you're really gentle with your instrument, you might be able to get a soft sound. And if you shake a bit harder, you might get a louder sound. What about this one? This is a type of thumb piano called a sansula. And I just play these little metal notes here. This is a really gentle sound, isn't it? It's actually quite hard to play loudly on this one. Maybe you've got a homemade shaker. Now I showed you this one earlier, so it's a plastic tub with some rice in it. If I shake it hard, a bit like the other shakers, I get a louder sound, don't I? But I've got another one here, and I put something different in. So remember, this one had rice in it. This one's got pasta in. So do you think that's going to be louder or quieter? Should we have a listen? Definitely louder, isn't it? So if you're making your own homemade shakers, try putting something different in to see if you can get different types of sounds, if you can get loud sounds and soft sounds. So we're going to sing a song about thunder. You might know this one. So if you know it and you want to sing, that would be fantastic. If you like to play your drum, tap your knees or play a shaker, that would be brilliant. Now what we're going to do is when we're singing about thunder, we're going to play quite loudly. So start loud, and then when the thunder stops and the rain stops and we start to see some blue skies and the sun, we'll play a little bit quieter. So we'll start off loud for the thunder. I hear thunder, I hear thunder. Hark, don't you? Hark, don't you? Pitter-patter raindrops, pitter-patter raindrops. I'm through, so are you. And we're going to get a bit quieter as the sun starts to come out. I see blue skies. Blue skies way up high, way up high. Hurry up, please sunshine, hurry up, please sunshine. I'll soon dry, I'll soon dry. Were you playing quietly then? Shall we go from the beginning? So we're going to start loud again for the thunder. One more time. I hear thunder. Play a bit quieter now because the thunder stopped and the rain's stopping and the sky's starting to look a bit blue and the sun's coming out. I see blue skies, I see blue skies way up high, way up high. Hurry up, please sunshine, hurry up, please sunshine. I'll soon dry, I'll soon dry. So we've been talking quite a lot about thunder, and I've got a thunder drum here. Would you like to hear it? Sounds a bit like this. that. It started quite loudly, didn't it? So it's a drum with a very long spring, and when I give it a big shake it sounds a bit like thunder, and it starts quite loud, and then if I keep really still, eventually the sound dies away. Shall I play it again? Also play it a bit like a drum here. So I can shake it and I can tap it. We're going to do something really quietly now. So there are lots of different ways of joining in. If you like to use your voice, we're going to hum this time. Can you have a go at humming? Maybe you know this tune. Do you know that one? It's the beginning of I Can Sing a Rainbow. So if you'd like to hum along, that would be really lovely. If you'd like to play, maybe you can find a quiet instrument, or maybe you can find a loud instrument that you can actually play quietly. So I'm going to play a different drum this time. This is called a tan-tan, and it's a very gentle sounding drum. Maybe if you've got some colourful scarves like these, or some material, this would be a really lovely time to do a bit of gentle dancing or swaying, moving scarves around in the air. If you haven't got scarves and you just want to move with the music, that would be really lovely. But everything we do is going to be very quiet this time. So you've been working really hard, so I'm going to give you a little rest, and we're just going to do a bit of listening. Now I've got one or two instruments here that have got quite long sounds, and what happens is they get quieter and quieter and quieter until they die away and there's nothing left. Okay, so this first one is a cymbal. Okay, now you notice I stopped the sound this time. But next time I'm not going to stop the sound, I'm going to let it ring and ring and ring, and it will get quieter and quieter. And see if you can put your hand up when you think the sound stops. Okay, shall we have a go? Here we go. I think it's It's nearly stopped now. Wow, that went on for a long time, didn't it? Could you hear it getting quieter and quieter? Okay, I could probably hear it for a bit longer than you because I'm a bit closer to it. Should we try one more time? Here we go. It's almost stopped now. Wow. So it's quite a long sound, but it gets quieter and quieter and quieter, doesn't it? Now then, I've got another instrument here that does something similar. Have a listen to this one. Why don't you listen again and see if you can decide when the sound has stopped. It's a slightly different sound, this one. Nearly stopped now. That's quite a long sound as well, wasn't it? Did you hear it got quieter and quieter? And I was changing the sound a little bit with my thumb, wasn't I? So when I hit it, I moved my thumb up and down over the hole to get slightly different sounds. So let's try it one more time, and I'll play it quite loud to start with, and it will get quieter and quieter again. Here we go. Just about gone. So just before we finish, I'm going to play on a different drum. This is my move box. It's a type of cajon. You might have seen it before. And it does play quite loud, doesn't it? But I can also play it very gently. So I'm going to play a few little rhythms on my drum, and you can play whatever you want. So if you've got one of your homemade instruments, or if you've got a drum, or your shakers, or if you just want to move or tap your legs, that's absolutely fine. I'm just going to play some rhythms, and I want to see if you can follow me. So if I'm playing loudly, see if you can play loudly too. And if I'm playing quietly, see if you can do the same. Okay, here we go. So this is quite loud, isn't it? But not too loud. If you fancy doing a bit of dancing around the room or in your chair, that'd be lovely. Oh, did I get a bit louder then? Did you follow? Have you got really quiet? I wonder if we could get gradually louder. Are you playing loudly on your instruments? Ooh, I was trying to catch you out there. Did it work? Are you playing nice and quietly again? Let's go back to playing somewhere in between the two. Oh. So if you want to, you can use your voices as well. You can make some sounds with your voices. And maybe at this point you'd be whispering or humming. But what do you think you'd be doing with your voices when I get really loud? You might be shouting. And let's go in between again. Well done. Give your hands a bit of a rub together. They've been working hard, haven't they? Give them a big shake. And let's give our legs a bit of a shake in case you've been dancing. And a rub. There we go. Fantastic. Well done. Good playing. Okay, so just to finish off, we're going to do something very, very quietly. Do you remember my wah-wah tube from earlier? So if you want to close your eyes and just have a little listen and see how long it takes for the sound to die away. Okay, thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Bye.